Welcome back to Dungeon World Pathfinder crossover. Week 5, Tears at Bitter Manor, all that stuff. I think we were talking about things we did at work today. I'm just going to throw introductions directly to Thor. Thor, if you want to tell us how that was going, you can. If
Yeah,
not,
sure.
I apologize for putting you on the spot.
That's okay. I was actually trying a new board game today. Sadly, none of you are ever going to be able to play it unless it gets incredibly popular because it is an Icelandic board game based on Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, very nice.
It's called Kommentakerfið, or the comment system, and all the black cards are actual headlines from news sites that post their headlines online, and all the white cards are actual comments taken from
Comment sections.
The comment sections, and all
vile, terrible.
Yeah, it's everything with all the incredibly bad spelling, grammatical errors, and everything included. It's kind of fun, actually.
That's fantastic.
It's kind of cool. It was fun. Then we didn't have time because we were getting some more stuff. But we were also gonna play Exploding Kittens, which we'll do that tomorrow. So yeah, midweek is a very busy time at my work, as you can probably all guess by that. Apart from that, we talked about music and comic books, and yeah, that was my work day mostly. Apart from actual selling stuff.
All right. Excellent. Jim, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm tired. I have not slept before like 2:30 in the morning for the last I don't know how many days. So
Psh.
Yeah, Thor's like whatever. But my workday was not nearly as exciting. I wrote half of a sub-chapter about the history of cholera for my book. So yeah, not nearly as exciting as playing a variant of Cards Against Humanity today.
Yeah,
but
we also opened 11:30, so it doesn't really matter that I go to sleep at 4.
Yeah, that's the one nice thing about working from home a couple days a week is that I can sort of set my own hours. So I'm at work in my office right now for this game.
Should comp the internet costs.
I wish I could, get my internet paid for by being in a PhD program, but no. Anyway, I played a really cool board game yesterday called Spectre Ops that's a sort of knockoff of Letters from Whitechapel, where you have a secret agent moving about the board. He records on a pad of paper where he goes, and he's trying to complete objectives while the rest of the players hunt him down and try to stop him from secretly creating sabotage and whatnot. And it was surprisingly awesome, having never played a secret movement game before. I had a great deal of fun playing it.
Yeah, I've only played like Scotland Yard and Pandemic with the bioterrorist. Spectre Ops.
How? I've never played Pandemic with the bioterrorist. I've played it I don't know how many times, but never with the bioterrorist.
I think it's actually better without it. Honestly, it adds. Maybe it takes some practice, but it's so far it's just been auto lose for the players. Apart from the bioterrorist, he just makes the game so much harder. But it's fun playing the bioterrorist, but the other people are just getting more frustrated than normal. Yeah. Might need a little bit of balancing. So I don't really recommend it. Spectre Ops. I'm gonna look that up.
Plaid Hat Games put it out at Gen Con, so it's not a particular.
It's
No, it was at Origins, so it must have come out before Gen Con, because I bought it at Origins.
All right, cool.
Anyway,
Michael, how are you doing this week?
Sleep-wise, I'm kind of like Jim, but like today I had a flash of genius and then it's been kind of all downhill ever since. So I am here to game.
All right, awesome. I'm not sensing a lot of enthusiasm today. Welcome to the show, Virgil, a.k.a. Zircon5, a.k.a. twitch.tv/Zircon5.
Thank you so much
How are
for
you
the
doing
kind
today?
welcome. I am well, having a good day. Been spending the day at home. Did some streaming this morning for a few hours.
Nice.
I was streaming music creation, and I was rocking out for a while, writing some music, and had some people in the chat. It was tons of fun, and made some really good progress on the song. So that was cool. And yeah, now I'm ready for some in-depth role-playing action adventuring.
Now, Virgil, would it be correct to say that you stream Dungeon World from time to time?
Yeah, I'm currently gathering up groups to stream. I almost had enough people to go this morning, but couldn't quite pull the trigger. But yeah, as soon as I have players ready, I will be streaming those. If you're interested, send me a PM on Twitch. And yeah,
Now, if people wanted to watch that, where would they go again? Was it twitch.tv/Zircon5?
twitch.tv/Zircon5 is the correct URL to view the quality content produced by myself, Virgil Levenger.
Those are all buzzwords that I like to hear.
I just shot over to twitch.tv/Zircon5 and gave you a follow, so there you go.
Well, thanks, Jim. Everybody's welcome, so come stop by.
All right, excellent. Now that I'm done selling out at some point, I should probably talk about my favorite subject, me.
Nice.
I was doing a bunch of work today, and I didn't get to play any Dragon Age Inquisitions. And then right before the show, I hopped on to, like, send my ward table out and check on my plants, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to Cullen. And then there was this huge fucking long-ass cinematic with Cullen, and I was like, well, I didn't record any of that. But you know what? He said something about Cassandra. Maybe I should go check in with Cassandra. I'm sure she'll just have some small, not notable at all dialogue. No! There was a fucking 10-minute long cinematic with Cassandra, and I was like, and I didn't record any of this either. Son
And is
of
this
a
just
bitch.
auto-saving all the time?
Yep.
Like that's
So
the
you
thing
can't go
about
back and
auto-save.
I
replay
was
it.
literally, I mean, to go back, I'd have to go to an older save, and I was just like, fucking son of a bitch, man. Well played, Dragon Age Inquisition, well played. Messing with my heartstrings.
Yeah, well, you know, in
So-
years past, everyone would just have like 100 saves every.
Oh, I had
couple
1,000
minutes.
saves for Dragon Age 2 from hitting F5 all the time. I literally had 1,000 saves, exactly. Fuck you, Knight Commander Meredith. You're the
So
worst.
when I go to youtube.com/WVPolarBear and watch the playlist of Dragon Age Inquisition, which is got 22 videos in it now.
Should have like 28.
Ah,
And
is there
more,
going to
more in
be
the
a
pipeline.
gap then where I'm going to miss like a huge chunk of?
No. You're just gonna miss 10 minutes
Cinematic.
of Cullen and Cassandra bitching about their personal lives.
Okay,
And me dispatching plants.
fair.
I didn't want to record people like watching me be like, okay, let me figure out what plant I'm going to use. Alright, I need more Blood Lotus. I'm planting Blood Lotus now. Now I'm going downstairs and I'm going to craft armor. Wake up in 10 minutes when I'm done figuring out which masterwork material to use. And getting the color perfectly right on the tinting table. Because that red, whoa. Listen, I love Drakestone, man, but that red is eye bleeding. I cannot have Sarah running around in that. That's just... So that was my period directly before this game started.
Awesome.
Yes, Dragon Age Inquisitions is fantastic so far. Even though it seems like every day I have to battle somebody over that assertion. People are like, no, it's terrible. Especially Dave. Man, Dave hates that game for some reason.
Why?
I don't
Dave
know.
hates everything that's not Fiasco.
Dave does hate everything that's not
That's fair.
Fiasco.
I'm like, I've watched your first 9 videos of that, and I think it's so much better than 2.
Oh, well, yeah, almost everything's better than 2. The question is it better than Inquisitions? Or is it better than Origins? And the thing
I'm
about
thinking
Origins,
yes.
Origins mages were the ultra powerful damage dealing class, and in Inquisitions, mages actually aren't that powerful. Their AoE is high as fuck, but their single target is garbage. What they're good at is setting up combos.
Knight Enchanter.
Yeah, Knight Enchanter, that's the defensing one, right?
Well, it gets you that Spirit Blade that does
It's true,
ridiculousness.
it does. So I'm probably going to go Rift Mage, and at some point, I want to have the all-mage party where it's Rift Mage, Knight Enchanter, Necromancer, and just send Vivian out in front and literally just have the whole party be like, barrier, 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 barrier. Just be like, I'm never taking any damage, you know? Oh, that's the important thing that happened today. I finally got a piece of mage armor for my elf because I bought the free armor, which apparently humans can't or elves can't wear. So fuck you, free army of Orlais. And I put guard on hit. So anytime I hit somebody, I get guard on my mage, which means I'm literally like, "What's up? Come at me, bitch! I got infinite health, son."
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to get that guard on hit armor for everyone.
You can 1v1 dragons.
That sounds like in Final Fantasy Tactics when you get auto potion. You're like,
with Final Fantasy Tactics, there are so many broken things. That's what you.
No, that was just like once you got auto potion, you're like, okay, like now I just buy potions, and every time someone hits me, I heal myself for that much.
The best part of Tactics was literally there were so many paths to power, and many of them were horribly fucked up. Like Summoner, you're like, wow, this is so cool. And then you're like Samurai, you're like, whoa, this is like Summoner, but with a sword. And then you're like, Calculator. All right, it's time to use math. I cast Ultima on everyone. Yeah, my whole team is dead, but so are they.
One person lived. Battle won.
he lived because he was one half step above everybody else on the battlefield.
He wasn't on like a. He was on like a 3.
An odd but not prime number.
3.5 height. Yeah.
Oh man, Calculator was fucking horrendous in that game. It was so good. So was Knight Ninja or Ninja Knight. Those were both amazing. Just dual wielding huge damage swords and being like, "What's up? Impossible to kill. Yeah, I don't even have a shield. Just dual wielding swords."
I used Knight with the dual wield from Ninja.
Yep, yeah. Knight Ninja. That's how you roll. All right, that's enough about me. Let's talk some more about me.
So I decided I want to be a Knight Ninja for this game now.
I'll tell you what, you could call Adam up and have him make a custom class for this game, just like he did for Vigil. Yeah. I don't know if you saw that roleplay Vigil that lasted for a very short amount of time.
I didn't realize there was a custom class in it.
They made custom classes for each of the characters. It ended really horribly. The premise of roleplay Vigil was there are 3 evil wizard characters, and then there's Caitlyn playing the only good character who's an oath-bound paladin who cannot do any evil. And her first action to character is like, but, Senior Knight, these men are all evil wizards who fought for the enemy. And JP is like, just go with it, it'll be fine. Whole rest of the show is basically them like, let's use their blood to power our magic and then stab them. And Caitlyn's like, this doesn't sound like a good idea. I'm pretty sure my night oaths prevent me from doing this. 9 episodes of that. Or so.
Yeah. They cut it short. They cut it short.
JP said he couldn't handle producing the show and GMing it at the same time, while also running 3 other shows in a week.
But why?
What do you mean, but why?
That doesn't sound like a lot of work at all.
Nothing. Look who's got Cam.
Wow, Michael. I'm literally staring daggers through the internet at you. So let's remember what happened last time. Everyone apparently decided to hustle an innkeeper for a day's room.
2 days.
Using all of their money.
Hustle? He wanted us to commit an assassination for him.
You paid one... No. He didn't want you to commit an assassination for it. He offered you a job for money.
I paid in the extra for another night, because
I don't remember that, but that could have happened.
Yeah, I subtracted it because 2 of us have conditions that we need
You know,
2 days rest to
I
get rid
think
of.
you said that, but I never actually was like, and he was okay with this because he specifically only gave you one night. He was, because he only sells nights in like week blocks. You can take your coin back.
I can't remember how much I paid him.
It's 8 coin
What did he say for the week?
for the week.
More than we could afford.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't do it.
I'll
But
offer
one of the
him.
reasons we didn't do it.
I'll offer him 10 for the second night.
Okay,
He's getting-
we'll get
he's
to that in a second. You get through your first night, okay. Some of you have leveled up. So we need to talk about bonds. Because we probably have Jade Regent and Skulls and Shackles. Basically lazy player syndrome where no one developed any new bonds during the week. I dare you to prove me wrong.
Well,
You know what? I'm gonna prove you right.
Exactly. So
I have been
I
very,
have 4
very
bonds
busy.
currently.
You specifically asked us to leave a slot open for Virgil.
that's true, but do you have 3 other bonds?
Yes.
All right. Jim, 3 bonds?
I have 4.
You have a bond with Zircon already?
No, I have 2 with Enkaresh, 1 with Judge D. Red, and 1 with Eladamari.
All right, that's good enough. Michael,
I'm willing to make another one, but
how many bonds?
I have 2 currently.
All right. So here's the deal. You need to have up to 4 bonds.
Okay.
We're going to figure out who Peronin is. He can use his pre-written bonds with the 3 of you, and you guys will have to make up bonds with him.
Okay.
Everyone good on that?
yeah.
Excellent. Except for you, Jim. You're at your bond maximum. You have no bonds with him.
You're maxed out, buddy.
Ooh, that looked painful.
It was painful.
Okay, so
Let's hear about Peronin. Who are you, noble Peronin?
can I get like a quick 10 words about the world we're in?
It's
Okay.
Pathfinder.
It's just Pathfinder. Okay.
You're in Taldor, which is the nation of the failing Roman aristocracy. Only Taldan nobles can have facial hair.
Okay.
Their law is basically nobles rule. Everybody else can get fucked because the guards will probably beat them if they report crimes.
It's a lovely place.
I think Peronin is an old wandering wizard. With not all his bits and pieces left. And he's definitely not noble, so he's got no facial hair, and it makes him very sad. Severe bouts of depression that he can't have a big wizard beard. And he's he spent some time trying to get the laws reversed, but was just severely beaten instead. Hard to make any headway. And let's see, at the moment I am dead broke. And also don't have any food. So I'm kind of like a homeless bum old man wizard at this point. But I lived the good life for quite a few years, and now I just, lost all my belongings. My old home
Doesn't
burned.
Wizard come with dungeon rations?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Comes with spellbook and dungeon rations.
Oh! I thought I was looking. Is it not under?
Under gear.
Okay, how many? 1? Oh yeah, there we go. Because
5 uses.
it's like nice. Yeah, so I have 6 dried rats. Or so. In a bag to keep me fed as I hike through this mysterious area that I heard was just like absolutely soaked in dead spirits and other weird shit. So I'm here to investigate, and I want to first see if I can figure out what's going on, and second, earn some coin by possibly helping out the town.
All right.
Um,
Let's talk about names.
Why does this
Are you
still
elf
say?
or human?
I am a human.
Excellent.
So I'm old, and I'm probably, 60, 65 or so. I can still get around, but all
That's
my
about
hair is
65
white.
in human years.
Yeah, if you do the math, it's times 1.
Wow. I
And
was
let's
hoping
see.
I would get a laugh on that one, but
Sorry, I was muted, but I was chuckling.
all right.
And my alignment is good.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like a kindly old man. Arthur, I'm curious how seeing as this is a Pathfinder crossover, I know a lot of people treat it very strict in that game on how you act because of your alignment.
Nope. We're using all Dungeon World rules.
Yes, so that means if I use magic directly at another, I just get an XP, and that's the whole entirety of my alignment,
Yep.
right?
I am
Yay.
very strict as far as that part. That's the literal rule. You have to act in that manner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, my character defends his compatriots and the like, but I fight like a total, I fight really dirty as you'll see, and want revenge and shit. Not necessarily the greatest of people, but I protect those I care about.
I believe the only actual Pathfinder stuff in this is the lore and the story, not any kind of mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
So
I would say, by the way, that while you may believe in your own experience that Pathfinder alignments are absolute, I would dare you to watch every single episode of my Rise of the Rune Lords and watch as Paul continually argues against his ruthless murdering of everyone as not actually being evil. There was
That
one
sounds
night where I
great.
was like, okay, everyone takes a step towards evil because you just killed this dragon who was negotiating with you in his sleep and backstab murdered the shit out of him. And he's like, that's not technically evil because he was an evil creature. And I'm like, yes, that is how evil works. If you kill evil people, it's not actually evil.
That is how the evil works. The goodness and the
That's
evil.
why Vin Diesel was the hero of Riddick, right?
Yeah. So I'll throw this in, Arthur, that quite a long time ago, my apprentice who I was training stole my most precious robe from me. I'm kind of looking for him, too. He must have thought it was the source of all my power, but really it was just like a sweet-ass robe, and I'm pissed.
Perhaps his name was Tergan Flynn.
And if I see Terrigan Flynn,
Excellent.
We're probably gonna beat him up because that's what we're gonna do anyway.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna
Now,
be
as a
like-
human, you get a cleric spell, right?
I do.
Which one have you chosen?
So I chose the Cure Light Wounds spell.
Weak. Oh, weak.
I like it.
Such
Three
a
people
helpful
that can
wizard, you son of a bitch.
3 people that can heal me. Oh yeah.
That's the whole point, man.
considering how basically this has turned into Mummy's Mask in that we almost die every single combat, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, Mummy's Mask was interesting. I had someone ask last week if the show's coming back now that you're around, Michael.
Yeah.
So Arthur, so I'm correct that I have 3 total spells that I know in my book.
Yep.
Like I get to swap one for a cleric. Yeah.
Yes. No, you get an extra spell.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like you could choose
Just
one.
choose one cleric spell. My assumption was always that it was like an extra spell you had in your spell book.
Okay. So,
Because it says one cleric spell, it doesn't say it has to be first level.
so then
You can pick
I'm
Resurrection and just have to wait a really long time before you get it. Be like, I learned how to resurrect people, but I'm not powerful enough to do it yet. If only I had some way of empowering myself, like some sort of blood magic ritual. Sacrifice one life for another.
It's kind of what I tend to think for people who abuse, what is it, magical lineage?
Yep. Yeah. Wang Spell Hunter as well.
Yeah.
Magical lineage, Wang, spell hunter, empowered fireballs.
You have no idea what we're talking about. We're talking about all the cheesiest shit people put in a Pathfinder Society. I realize that might not have been an
Sigh.
explanation because people would be like, "What's Pathfinder Society?" Don't worry about it, kids.
Don't
All
worry
right.
about it.
Peronin, I think you have a good idea of who all these guys are, so let's talk about your bonds with them.
Okay. Let's see. Let's get my Roll20 back out. And the bonds on my page are not on the spell list. So it's someone will play an important role in the events to come. I have foreseen it. I have foreseen it.
Is that your wizard voice?
No, that's
Okay.
pretty good.